Okay, so now that we've finally gotten everything that we need there in the climate control center, let's keep moving onward. So we've got a couple towns close by that we can go visit. And this first one in particular we're going to take note of because when we go in here, the town of Reshel, the very first thing that we encounter is a battle against a quartet of zombies. Yeah. Right off the bat, we go into a town and we fight stuff like this. Things are not good here, so we gotta get rid of these guys as quickly as possible. And down they go. So yeah, Reshel is essentially a ghost town. As you can see, this place has gotten ravaged quite badly. The only thing here is a whole bunch of zombies. And we gotta take them out. And they spit on you. Thankfully, nope, Chaz's clothes did not get stained. And Ren's armor did not rust. So that's pretty much all there is to see here in the ghost town of Reshel. So we're gonna make our way out of here. And we're gonna go right across this way. And go into the neighboring town of Meese. And in Meese, they're not faring much better than the ghost town did. First, I'm going to point out this particular location because we're going to be coming back here later. This is a place that has some very important items that we're going to need to get, but because of what's going on right now, we can't use it. So, I'm going to talk to the people here to get an explanation of what's going on here. So, this was the inn. There is an actual inn here, as you can see. But obviously, there's a situation going on. There's an illness going on, and the city's in a big problem. So, you want to know why there are zombies in Reshel? Well, that's why. Because everyone died off because of this illness. And since Meese is now finding itself in a similar situation, that pretty much explains what's going on in here. There is a weapons store, but I don't need to use it because we can get better stuff in the next town. So let's go into the hospital here, what's been made the hospital. And we have espers like we had in Phantasy Star 2. They've come from the Esper Mansion, which also existed in Phantasy Star 2. So, just talk to a few people to give you an idea of just how dire the situation is in this place. So, husband and wife owner of the inn, they're at a bit of a divide about this problem. And these people, they're not doing all that well. So how are the espers helping them? Well, they're using their own life energy to try and extend the life of those who are sick to delay the inevitable. But I don't think you're supposed to beat the crap out of them. Yeah, that's just crazy. So now we have to go up here in order to continue the storyline. And in order to continue the storyline, we have to speak with this gentleman right here. And he confirms one of the theories that Raja had. However, now Raja's out on his back. And unfortunately, now Raja is a victim of this mass illness that's going on in this area. And Chaz seems to think this is a good idea to do some turnabout as fair play in terms of laughing at other people's misery. But yeah, bad timing. So, what exactly is Rune referring to? An explanation would be nice. We're getting the effects of the black energy wave going on here, not to be confused with the black wave which was used by Zio to kill Alice Franklin. And now a new situation arises. We've got someone with bold ambitions on their mind. And as stated before, there's that forest of carnivorous trees that surrounds the tower. And so now we have to go help this young girl, Kyra. So we're gonna get out of here. Make our way out of Meese by going the correct direction. Why was I going to the right? I didn't need to go to the right. So let's pull out the ice digger because it can endure better. So, stupid lag. I'm gonna get out just so I can walk up. So, that's Kyra. And so, when fighting the carnivorous trees, there's no real reason to fight them. Just run them from them, because if you fight them and you kill them off, they just simply respawn, and it just goes in a never-ending cycle. And you get no experience from fighting them anyway, so you gotta get Kyra out of there. So we've saved Kyra from the carnivorous trees. And even though her name is Kyra, she looks a lot like Sailor Mercury. Definitely has the headpiece and the blue hair. Makes sense. And she's wearing white. So, now we had to make a pretty bold statement to try and counteract her bold statement. She felt compelled to want to help the people of Meese, but going by herself, not a good idea. And what would that be? And for those of you familiar with Phantasy Star 1 and 2, there's a character named Lutz in Phantasy Star 2 that you can meet in the Esper Mansion. And there's also a character that looks just like him in Phantasy Star 1. He's named Noah though. However, when the Phantasy Star 2 is released, the name is changed to Lutz. So, this is who Kyra is referring to. So she's basically explaining about what Lutz is like. And he definitely demonstrated that in Phantasy Star 1 and 2. So the expectation should be no different here. Of course, given hopefully that he's still alive in 2,000 years. No one knows the secret to immortality. Not even a magician could possibly know the secret to immortality. Yeah, and being frozen in this blizzard, probably not something that makes a lot of sense. So let's see if we can indeed find the wizard known as Lutz. So we're gonna head off to the Esper Mansion and leave the forest of carnivorous trees behind. And we're going the wrong way. I always keep forgetting that the passage to the Esper Mansion is actually located right next to the sea. So let's use the napalm again and burn them off. Now let's go the correct direction. Plow our way through with the ice digger. And we'll use the end spear on the Blue Admiral just as a precaution. Could have probably taken him out with a regular attack, but I'm not going to do that. Those things are just far too dangerous. Especially when there's 3 of them. Yeah, they take a lot of damage. So it's just best to use an end spear and get it done with. Should be close. And 3 more of them. Wow, these guys are determined. As you can see, they can also ray breath me, which is not good. Wow, they really made me burn my end spears fast. I've only got one left.